I hope I can get this video done before it starts to rain. Florida problems. Anyway, today I'm working on the Z. I'm going to change the power steering line because there's no power steering in that car, and sometimes it's a pain to turn. It's just a Duralast part from AutoZone. This is the part number for y'all. I don't have new belts because the belts that are on it were pretty much brand new, especially this one, which I believe is the power steering belt. I think this one's the AC belt, so we'll have to figure that out. So this one don't have any brand new. There it is. And there's this one too. We got pressure stone stop leak, power steering fluid with stop leak. So if there's an issue with the rack, hopefully that will help. Even though I'm not really a fan of stop leak products, but it's what they had. Power steering line is right on top of the power steering pump. Right, this is the power steering pump, and there's the output of the line, or input of the line. Here's the power pressure switch. I'm gonna have to save that, and here's the connector for it. What I believe that does when there's more load on the power steering system, this switch tells the computer to idle the engine up a little bit. Like if you're in like dirt or something like that and the car's kind of buried, or when you turn the steering wheel all the way and it stops abruptly. That's what that does. But this power steering line is leaking right here, right at this crimp. So I'm thinking I could get the power steering line out from the bottom. There's a splash pan underneath that you gotta take out. So you take out the splash pan, you should have access to the power steering rack. Then you take the correct line off. You gotta figure out which one it is. Then pop this nut off. There's should be two crush washers underneath. And yeah, that's how you do it. And you should be able to snake it in and out from the bottom. So the first things first. I'm going to disconnect this electrical wire. If you want, you could disconnect the battery. I don't think this is going to cause an issue, but that is something that you probably could do if you want. Just an FYI. Anyway, I'm going to figure out what size socket this is, and I will buzz it off for you. Then also take this pressure switch off. Also, there's a tensioner on this power steering pump down near the bottom of it. That's going to be a pain to get. I think if I move this coolant jug out of the way, I'll be able to get to it easier. Which is just held on by a couple 10 millimeter bolts. So, yeah. Also, if I wouldn't hurt to change the pressure line, or the return line, which is this one right here, which I might do later on if it's not leaking. As of right now, I'm just gonna send it. So let me get that done, get this bolt off and take the sensor off. I'll let you know what sizes they are, and I'll be right back to you. Alright, it's actually much later because it actually decided it wanted to rain, but I got the top half of the pressure line off. The sensor was 7/8, not 7/8, 3/4. Though I'm not sure what the metric equivalent of that. I think probably like an 18 or a 19 or something like that. And the banjo bolt for the top, I got it off with the 15/16. Yeah, 15/16. I think the metric equivalent is about 24 or something like that. So, yeah, I just spun it off with the little D-wallet impact. So, wasn't really on that tight. It literally just bumped it and it came loose. And like I said, I got the coolant overflow out of the way. It got me more room. So like I said, I think I gotta snake it out from the bottom. I gotta get underneath the car and pull the splash pan off, and that should give me access to the power steering rack, in the line on the rack. So let me get that done real quick, and I'll go right back to y'all. Alrighty, so I got the splash pan off. It's clipped in the front right here. And you gotta screw right here, 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 and here. And it comes down on the back. You can just slide on the front. Like I said, it's kind of clipped in, so you want to wiggle it around a little bit. This is what I'm looking at. Unfortunately, I forgot to get what's it called? Engine degreaser. Unfortunately, so this is gonna be messy. Right here, it's an AC line, so don't worry about this one. But right here, these two lines right back here, they're the lines we're looking for. You gotta figure out which one's the pressure line, which one's the return. My guess is this one is the pressure line because the other one's got a hose clamp on it. So we gotta get this front line off. Looks like gotta knock these brackets down right here. Then there's another bracket here with another screw over here. And of course it screws into the rack over here. So let me figure that out real quick, and then I'll tell you exactly what we gotta do. Alrighty, let me get this figured out. Okay guys, so I got them loosened up. Like I said, these were 10mm or Phillips. I just used a 10mm. Then the inner clips were held in by like a legitimate Phillips head. They were kind of stuck. I couldn't get them off with a screwdriver without the fear of stripping them. So I did that, which is probably not the smartest thing to do, but it worked. Then the lines are just clipped in together. You just push them down and unclip them. And I got the line free. Then one thing very, very extremely important to do is when you break the line loose, right, like that, you have to use a line wrench. You have to use a line wrench. These are designed to where they don't spread and they got more contact area than the traditional wrench, which only has two sides. And this one's got, as you can see, it's got 5. So you have to use one of these wrenches, at least just to break it loose. Once you get it broken loose, you go back to a regular wrench because there's no tension on it, on the bolt. So I got that bolt loose, and this is the funny looking one. I'm trying to figure out where it is. See, it's the one that's dripping. This is like a funny looking bolt. So yeah, I'm gonna finish taking it off, and I'm gonna get the other line ready to be put back in. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alrighty guys, I got the line out. It took a bit of wiggling and twisting. It sits something like that. So I had to pull this side down first, and it let me able to manipulate that side. I think I gotta take these plastic things off. Speed limit's only 35, by the way, but I'm taking these off just in case, because I'm not sure if I'm going to need them or not. They're all just plastic isolators. Then there's this side. It looks like the O-ring did come with it. If it'll focus. Yeah, it looks like the O-ring did come with it, so I don't have that stuck in the rack. If that happens, you can just take like a little pick, like a metal pick or small flathead screwdriver, and just kind of like dig it out. Just be careful not to scratch anything or damage the threads. So here's the new one. I'm going to put the camera down real quick. I'm not going to stop the recording, but put the camera down real quick. That way I can pull it out of the bag. So hold on a second. Alrighty, and there's the new one. It looks exactly like the old one, fortunately, which is what we want. So, considering that the car is a little messy, I'm going to see if I can find some tape and tape up this end, and see if I can do the same thing on that end, because I don't want any contamination in the line, so that's bad. But yeah, as you see, it's pretty much an exact match, which I hope so. But yeah, so let me get this thing prepped to get it in there. Looks like they come with a plug, probably for the pressure switch, so nothing gets damaged in that. Then it has an O-ring and a crush washer, 2 crush washers for the fittings, and a banjo bolt. So I'm gonna get this thing put in there, and I'll see you when I'm getting ready to put the belt on. You guys, so this is how I did it to prevent contamination. I just found a bag and I zip tied it around the power steering pump end. Then that cap, I put it on this end. I think that's what it's for. I still gotta put the O-ring in there, but yeah. One thing you want to make sure you do is on this end with the O-ring, put a little bit of the power steering fluid on the O-ring. That way it doesn't install dry, because otherwise it could tear. I've already put this plastic isolator thingy on this end. Still gotta put this one on this end, which is it's just split in the middle. It's like a little straw pipe thing, and just clip it on just like that. Alright, so I'm gonna get it up in there. I'm get it ready to be tightened up, and I'll get back to y'all in a second. Okay, y'all, so I got it put together. I can speak about the engine, and I got the belt on. It was a shorter one, and it goes on the front most pulley. I put some fluid in it, but you got to monitor the level as you check for leaks. And you may see some bubbles in there. That is completely normal, because when you open up the system like that and introduce some air to it, it's got to pump all the air out. But basically what you want to do, I haven't put splash pan back on, but you want to check for leaks, make sure it's not leaking underneath. Then once you get it mostly filled and make sure there ain't no leaks, I'm going to back down off the jack stand. I'm going to turn the car off, put the splash pan back on, roll it down off the ramps. Then I'm going to turn from lock to lock to get all the air out and make sure the system's completely filled. And honestly, this would be kind of great, because I never drove this car with power steering before, so it's going to be a little weird to get used to. Anyway, I'm finish checking for leaks, then I'm do what I just said. Alright, so I'll see you all in a bit. Well, of course it's raining, but got the car off the jack stand. I'm go from lock to lock with the steering wheel, make sure all the air gets out of the system.
Yeah, see you'll hunt me?
Oh yeah.
Ronald wanted to hear, and guess what? That's what we're all going to enjoy next. It's just easy. Text us at 22526. Brought to you by Bogan Mons and Mons.
I was never able to do this before. And I don't hear the belt squeaking either, so I got the tension just right. Speaking of the tension, when you tension the belt, there's like a 12.5-inch bolt nut sticking out, nut with the long shaft sticking out. There's like a 12mm nut on the other side. Loosen up that nut a little bit and adjust the tension with the other bolt. You want it about, say like a bike chain tight on the belt. You don't want to go too tight because you'll ruin the bearings in the front side on the power steering pump, but you don't want it too loose or else the belt will slip like crazy when you're going from block to block. After doing that for a little bit, I'm going to check the level. The level's still full. It's a little dirty, so I'm probably going to have to do a flush on this soon, but it'll be fine for now. So that's the job well done. I'm going to end the video off here right quick because it's raining. I got to get all my tools inside. So like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Stay up to date with more videos coming on the Z, the truck, and the Buick. So with that being said, y'all be safe, have fun, and don't forget to tip your waitress.